Hit record. Hi. Okay. So, a couple of things I want to remind you. Please, 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 please make sure you guys are doing ALEKS every day. I was looking at that and it is not great. So remember, you're supposed to be doing 20 minutes of ALEKS every day with a total of 10 topics mastered a week. So I'm going to add that to Google Classroom today because it just isn't happening. So please make sure you do that. That is my expectation. That is Corbin's expectation. That is the district's expectation. That is how I'm going to make sure that you're ready to move on to the next level. And some of you need to move beyond the level you're at. So if you need help, if you get stuck on something, skip it and come to office hours on Fridays. Not this Friday because tomorrow's spring break, but on every other normal Friday, see me at office hours. We can pull your screen up. We can look at what you're doing. We can go through it. But please make sure you're doing that. And please make sure you're doing iReady. There are 3 iReady assignments that I've had posted in iReady on Tuesday, but I forgot to put the link up in Google Classroom. So when you're done with those iReadies, just go ahead and click turn in. There's nothing you can submit on Google Classroom. You can only click the turn in button, but please go ahead and do that so that I know you turned it in and I can go look for it. Let's see what else. Any questions about that? No? Okay. So last time we were together, we were reviewing fractions, and we talked about like what the numerator was and the denominator, and then we talked about making equivalent fractions. We talked about these, like a Snickers bar versus a pizza, and then we did this with the M&Ms. Do you guys remember that? And we talked about wow, why am I echoing, guys? We talked about if you are like pulling M&Ms, what is the fraction of blue and green M&Ms? What is the fraction of not brown M&Ms? We talked about that. We found the total M&Ms because we added them all up and we counted just to make sure. We talked about the orange, yellow, and red, how many total orange, yellow, red there were to the total number of M&Ms. Then we had a pretend bag of marbles, and we talked about the different fractions for the marbles. And then we talked about over here, which had more, blue and orange or only green. And we found that blue and orange had more than only green. Do you guys remember all this?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So today we're going to do a little more fraction stuff. Okay. And we're going to do something called probability, which means like, what are the chances that that thing would happen? Okay, if I have a coin, so this is my 25, my quarter. What's on one side of the quarter? Anybody know what's on one side of heads? So George Washington, he's got one of these big white wigs, probably like a hat. I don't know. This is heads. Okay, what's on the back?
Tails.
Tails. And on the back, I think it's like some sort of building. Honestly, I can't remember. But it's the not head side. Okay, so when you flip a coin, you can either get heads or you can get tails, correct?
The building is Lincoln Memorial.
Oh, thanks. So, there's a little guy in there. Do you guys talk about how good of a drawer I am and brag to your other teachers? You're like, whatever, Monsieur Zal, Madame Audrey is so much better at drawing than you. Okay, so if I flip this coin, so let's try that again.
Is that a quarter that you did?
Yep.
There's an eagle on the back. Actually.
It always changes. It's never the same.
There.
It's mainly eagle.
That is the worst thing I've ever drawn in my head. You can't even tell that's bird-like.
There's no way that's a bird. That looks more like a constipated bat.
Wow, Samuel. Wow, this was harsh, man. It's harsh, my little feelings are slightly hurt. Okay, whatever. Tails, doesn't matter. Okay. Let me move this. Somebody else drew a bird. Neat little bird over here. Yikes, you guys. Okay. All right, so what is the total number of potential outcomes do I have? How many wow, that's really, there's a total number of potential outcomes. So if I flip a coin, how many different possibilities are there for how it lands?
2.
There's 2 total outcomes. Okay. So what's the chance then? How many times is it possible that I get heads? I have 2 total outcomes. How many of those outcomes is heads?
1.
Hold on. Somebody drew a chicken. Or is that an eagle? Is that it looks like a chicken, sorry.
I think they're trying to draw the eagle.
Wow, your chicken's better than my constipated bat. Okay, and so there are 2 total outcomes when I flip the coin for tails. How many are tails? 1. Okay, so we're gonna flip a coin. Let's see if I can flip a coin on here. Coin flip. Can you even see this? Yeah, you can.
Yes, we can.
Okay, I need to move this. Okay. So we're going to toss the coin. And can I reset this?
Can I toss my coin? Can we toss our own coins?
You know what, Layla, in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to toss this. There we go. And we're going to see how many times heads comes up and how many times tails come up. Okay, so tails.
Minnesota.
Heads. Oh my God.
What was that?
Okay, neat little ad.
Boondocks.
Oh my gosh.
Wait.
Madam Monterey, don't you remember you said we had to bring like something colorful with a lot of stuff in it? Like candy or something?
I feel like this just keeps going back and forth between heads and tails. Oh my God.
Oh my. What?
Just close it. There's an X. Oh my gosh.
Oh, good. We got tails more than we got heads. One more, and then I'm done.
Heads.
Tails wins.
Okay, so let's mark that down. We had 6 tails and 5 heads. So hang on, I'm going to erase all this. So we flipped the coin 11 times. And we got, no, 10 times. Right?
11.
11. And we got 6 tails and 5 heads. So this over here means that if you flipped this 2 times, one of those times you should get heads and one of those times you should get tails. But when you do it for real, sometimes it doesn't come out that way. So we should have the exact same number of tails as we did heads, but we don't. So if I flip it one more time to make it 12, theoretically it should come out heads.
Oh my God.
Or you'll get a neat little ad.
So now it's another minute? Oh my.
So it came out heads. So I don't know if I trust this fancy little coin flippy thing. I feel like it's not telling me the truth. So, whoops. So then when we flipped it 12 times, we did get 6 heads. Which means half the time we got tails and half the time we got heads, which is a perfect coin flip. So that like rarely ever happens. So if you guys can go, you know what, we'll do that next time. Next time, try to remember to bring a coin and we'll practice this, okay? Okay, so another way to look at fractions.
Madam Moderator,
Yeah.
when are we, you said we were supposed to bring like something colorful or something last
What? I
time.
forgot all about that.
I brought mine.
Oh, what'd you bring?
I bought mine.
What'd you, hold on. Layla, what'd you bring?
Rubber bands.
Oh, what a great idea. Can you hang on to those for next time?
Yes.
Logan, what'd you bring?
Computer.
What?
I'm making a computer.
Victoria, are you talking?
Thing for the computer. Can I play?
No. But I thought Logie ate his.
Oh, Logan, you ate the thing you were bringing?
Oh.
Okay,
But I found some more.
you found more. Okay. All right, let's talk about adding fractions now because next week, or not next week, I think the next week we're going to do some baking things to kind of spice it up a little bit. So when you're adding fractions, the thing you need to remember about adding fractions is that your denominators have to be the same. So whatever is on the bottom, when you're adding or subtracting fractions, the bottoms have to be the same. So a lot of you kind of already did adding and subtracting fractions in your fluency practice. Hold on, my thing just kind of quit on me. And some of you haven't gotten there yet, and that's okay. So when you're adding and subtracting fractions, the bottoms have to be the same, and really you only end up adding and subtracting the tops, and you keep the bottoms. So you'd end up with, for this one, the 3 on the bottom stays, and 1 plus 2 is 3. And then 3 over 3 is 1. So if I have 1/3 plus 2/3, I get 1 whole. And that makes sense because if I, let's see, you know what? I just love colors. If I have this candy bar split into thirds, okay, and Samuel gets this piece, and Khalifa gets these two pieces. Didn't they eat the whole candy bar?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's one whole. Okay, so then if we subtract, so let's say I have 7/12 minus 3/12. Again, the important part of this is that your denominators have to be the same. And those aren't going to change. And then you're going to subtract the numerators to get your answer. So you keep your 12. 7 minus 3 is 4. Now, oh, you can't even see that, folks. Now, the important part is that you have to put this in with, you know, we'll come back to that. So that's how you subtract. So I'm going to throw a couple problems out there and I want you to practice, okay? Number 1 is going to be 6/20 plus 12/20. Number 2 is going to be somebody in the background. Samuel, I'm going to keep you muted, okay? Unless you need to tell me something. I think it's your siblings are being a little loud. Okay, so let's do like 2/15 plus 7/15. And then number 3, we're gonna do 1/4 plus 1/4. Can you guys go ahead and do those real quick? And I'll call on somebody for the answer. So remember, guys, you're just focusing on adding the numerators, but you're keeping your denominators the same. Give you about 20 more seconds. Cool. All right, guys, let's go ahead. Does someone want to give me the answer for number 1? Samuel, go ahead.
18/20.
18/20. Good job. Okay, Khalifa, you want to do number 2?
Yeah. 9/15.
Good job. And does anyone want to do number 3? Bea.
4.
Can you say that one more time?
2/4.
2/4. Good job. Great. Good job, guys. Okay, let's subtract really quick. See, 4 is going to be 30. 29/30 minus 12/30. And number 5 is going to be 6/10 minus 2/10. And number 6 number 6 is 7 6/7 minus 1/7. So again, with these guys, you're just looking at, because all the denominators are the same, so we don't have to do anything with them yet. So this is great that they're all, each problem, they have the same denominator, so you don't need to mess around with them. You're just going to keep it. And then you're going to subtract the numerators. Hey guys, you ready?
Yeah.
Who wants to do number 4?
Victoria does.
Victoria, go ahead. Six.
17.
17 what?
30.
Yep. Okay, Khalifa, number 5.
4/10.
Good job. And Samuel, number 6.
5/7.
5/7. Great job, you guys. Okay, so I've got to go because I have to go to another meeting. So unfortunately, I have to cut today a little short. So please, please, please work on Alex. Please, please, please be working on your iReady stuff. I am not going to be posting anything new over spring break. You will see nothing from me. So take that time to have a break. Maybe practice fractions by baking something and using measuring cups. That's always a really fun way because then you get to eat your work. So that's good times. And I will see you guys in the 21st.
Bye.
Question.
Yes, Layla.
Goodbye.
Are we going to do this next time we see you?
Yeah.